I'm Steve.
And I'm Nichole.
And it's the Level Up Grow Show.
Let's grow.
No matter who it is, I need just a little reefer. You see me smoking Swedish cheeva, a jazz cabbage in my lettuce patch. Sweet fumas remota. Purple cow organics, what your plant needs most. Liquid biologics, use the best compost. Use her in the ganja to grow your best ganja. Purple cows, what your plant needs most.
I liked that.
That was good song. I love that. If you guys haven't guessed yet, welcome to the Grow Show, and we have Purple Cow on today.
We do, but I don't think we've ever introduced who's playing this awesome music for us, too.
Yeah, this is a good friend of ours, Courtney.
Friend of ours. Yeah, he's very talented. Very
talented.
Yes.
There he is. Oh, wrong way. The other way. Good job.
We
Thank
got
you
the
very much,
back of
Courtney.
your head.
They still don't know.
He's still a mystery.
That one right there.
Yeah, but anyways,
He did it again.
there you go. Perfect.
All right, I'm out.
I love it so much.
All right. Well,
Yay.
today we have a special soil company on. Not just soil, but they have active ingredients that you can add also. Purple Cow.
Purple Cow.
Now,
Purple Cow Organics.
Before we get into it, because we've been dealing with Purple Cow for a while, we love it. Why don't you tell us who you are and how long you've been with the company and how you were involved and what you do now for them and everything.
Yeah. So my name is Robert Socher, and I've been affiliated with the company for 10 years now. So I first discovered their products as a professional tomato grower, where I discovered their activated compost, which as a professional tomato grower, I'm saying that's the most phenomenal compost that I've ever discovered in my life. Mm-hmm. And yeah, so I was hired onto a farm, and whoever did the fertility package for that particular house completely made a mess of things and drove the pH up to almost 9. And I'm glad they did, because I was able to make a lot of discoveries about Purple Cow's products over
Nice.
the
Awesome,
time.
yeah, and honestly, I feel like pH is one of the top things to consider when growing. What is your pH of your media? What is your pH of the water you're using? So when you said it went to a 9, I was like, eee.
Yeah, so for that particular house, we adjusted incoming pH value of the water supply down to 5.5, so we could meet the midpoint in soil solution and to get actual appropriate cation exchange. So,
Okay,
Okay.
tell us a couple of the products that you guys have. I know there's a bunch out there. You have various products, but tell us just in general the products that you do offer.
So we want to offer a variety of products from the agricultural commercial division, retail division, and then also our grower division. So in Ganja, that's our heavy feeder. That's the power hitter that we designed for the cannabis industry. But that's also designed for other crops. So we didn't box ourselves in just to,
So
one
big fruit,
demographic.
anything that wants to throw a big fruit, you can use as soil.
So that's also my tomato formula. It's phenomenal for cucumbers. So I grow lemon cucumbers at my hobby farm in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, along with other heavy feeder plants, and then also low feeder plants like lettuce. And that's the beautiful part about the biology of our products, is that it levels the playing field. So, and it really there's a microbiome to root molecule, and that's what drives the exchange.
Explain that to me a little bit more.
So there's a difference between just solubility and bioavailability. So where bioavailability is where microbes are actually consuming those nutrients and then putting them in a bioavailable format. So let's take nitrate, for example. We can take a nitrate and then convert that down to a peptide and turn to a protein with different biological species. And plants like protein. So when you throw that ammonia to nitrate ratio off of the plants, then you're opening the door for disease pressure. So to be able to have both the rhizosphere and the phyllosphere, the aerial parts of the plant, appropriately colonized, so you can harness atmospheric nitrogen These are very key components, so you're not just burning off a root zone nitrogen.
Now you're using
It's really about that balance that you need to have in that rhizosphere, correct?
Oh, correct. So,
yeah, and you're throwing some big words out there, but are we pretty much talking about like beneficial bacterias and living? Is that kind of what we're going? Is what your product is offering right out of the bag?
Yes, both out of the bag, and then both liquid in the bag, and then liquid biological products.
So you have the dry amendments, and then you have the liquid amendments.
So we have soil products, so different soil mixes. We have fertilizers, biostimulants, and biologicals.
Nice.
So,
Okay, so there's some products here in front of you. Maybe you can just explain real quick how these products work with your other products and how that all comes together to produce some of this quality stuff that we're seeing.
yeah. So Indicanja, let's take that product for example. That product, I was a stickler about the heavy metal content on that since we're working with reclamation plants.
I like that.
And so, yeah, get online and look at our heavy metals report and compare it to other heavy metal reports. And then we also posted the EPA threshold. And so people can get a real understanding of the products that they're working with.
A lot of people don't know that you can just look up those heavy metal reports and have an idea of how many heavy metals are in the soils that you're using. And that's important when we're smoking what comes out of these soils, or eating too, you know?
Correct. We as humans do not have the capacity to metabolize heavy metals, and then we just become toxic.
Yeah.
And we're exactly like plants, is what you're saying. I feel that we're exactly almost like plants as far as nutrition and everything go. How do you feel about that?
Oh, yeah. So I often make that comparison so that we're a lot more like plants and soil than what people realize.
Yes,
So,
agreed.
and it's that balance, just like in your gut. It's that balance of biology, and that's what's going to give you the most nutrient uptake. And it's the same thing when you take it into agriculture and horticulture. It's that balance. That's why our Liquilife product is a balance of bacteria and fungi, which are put into a state of hibernation. So, and that's one of the key things of the product. And so for best efficacy, it's best to use with our liquid activator. Or our other biostimulants. So, which we have soluble. And so that's the best efficacy. So you're waking up those microbes and then you're applying them.
So everything Purple Cow is organic.
So yeah, everything we do is listed for organic production. But the beautiful part is that you can also use these products in conventional production.
I got you. So now, like, organic to a lot of people means different things. You guys take organic to a whole new different level, don't you? You guys just use like plant matter to break down and kind of use that in your soils and stuff, or what type of organic material are you guys using to make your stuff?
That is correct. We use plant-based materials. So, and that's what goes into all incoming materials go through what is called thermophilic processing, where we're destroying all weed, seed, any pathogens before it actually enters the digestive processes. And then it's an aerobic digestive processes, so we're continually building beneficial microbes and beneficial biology through the digestive process, which takes about 6 to 9 months from the time of the raw materials entering the system until it actually hits the bagging line.
Okay, so
and it's those plants. The plant-based products and soil microbes are what really moves the needle on crop performance. And then you can stay away from the pathogens that are associated with the digestive tract of animals. So
right, when you have a healthy balance of good microorganisms working together and good fungus and all of the good bacteria that you need in there, it's going to help fight off those pests and pathogens and the bad things.
And it's going to increase your yield. I see it increasing yields when people use this beneficial bacterias or products that are organic with this stuff that's thriving. I see yields increasing. I see terpenes increasing. Are you guys seeing that too?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And that was part of the premise of these packages is for this sector is that we have all the building blocks of life and the liquid activator. So, the liquid supercharger, excuse me. But the bioactive supercharger, that was based on the premise of let's provide all the building blocks of life right to the seed, at the point of germination, so it has the best chance for building nutrient densities right at the point of germination and emergence.
So you're starting at the beginning and giving the plant the best chance to have those good yields.
Yep, so that is correct. So when you pair it with our biological, so you have a balanced load of bacteria and fungi, which is very important to deliver that balanced load. And not just our company, but other companies around the globe have found that, made that same discovery. So that it's very crucial to deliver a balanced load. And then nature really takes over, and you get a biological flywheel effect that happens.
Yeah.
So, but the liquid supercharger, so the premise of that product, like I said, was to put all the building blocks of life right there at the seed at the point of germination. So you've got your 20 of your 21 amino acids, protein, carbon, fulvic acid, humic acid, and potassium, fructose, glucose, and sucrose. And so you're feeding your biology is at the same time.
Yeah,
That's
wonderful.
got everything in it.
I love that.
Sounds amazing.
So tell me, like, when and how would I use these products? Can you kind of just go through that with me as a grower from seed to harvest? How would I use these?
Yeah, so I would start off taking seed and using it in a lower nutrient profile material, like our seed starter, and then move up, up to indiconja as the plant requires. So as you're hitting about a 3 to 5 leaf blade pattern, that's when I would move the plant into the indiconja.
It's strong enough to handle those nutrients that are going to be in those nice amended indiconjas.
Yeah, the one little trick that I've learned as a grower is that when you do transplant, I actually lift my lights a little bit and take some of that pressure off over the first 24 hours. And then,
While they're in that stress phase?
Yep. And then the first thing I do is when I transplant, I moisten the material. So I moisten the indiconja, and then I transplant, and then I turn the lights off for 4 to 6 hours. So I remove all the stress.
Yeah.
And that plant signals to put out more root structure, and then I come back in, flip the lights on, and then that's when I do actually a non-inoculation package with Liquilife and our liquid supercharger.
Okay, so let's say I'm at home and I got a 4x4 tent and we're on 4 plants. Everything I've been seeing is a lot of our customers are having better luck with like 7 to 10 gallon, and some people that run smaller gallons, I know this is a water only, but do you recommend a gallon size as far as like a space like that, or what you see works best for the plant?
It really all comes down to ratios and your population. So if you're running that number of 4 plants, then you're going to get better performance because you're going to be growing a larger plant to actually fill out that canopy. So if you're running a sea of green model where you're running a high population number, then you can lower that volume of material because you just don't need that nutrient requirement over that course of that time because the plant is much smaller.
So what size gallon would you recommend in that situation, would you think? Would be a good water only, just, I guess you could always add your bioactive and your supercharger to smaller pots and keep them moving along just fine. Is that kind of what that does?
Yeah, that is correct. So in with the protein component in here, that's going to give you that nitrogen component.
Oh, so that's great. So then us living soil grower guys might be able to use less soil by amending it with your product, which is great because then we could save on space and other things, which is great. I like that.
And then you can get better efficacy out of the product because you've got fulvic acid, humic acid, and then the sugars. So, and then with the enzymes and the secretions from the microbes that you get with Liquilife, that's what's going to push the terpene profile.
So a question we get a lot is, and this is what we'll get from our customers, is this really a water only soil? Like, do I have to add nutrients to it? And a lot of the answer comes down to, well, it depends on the size of pot you're growing in and how you're growing, because it will run out of nutrients eventually if you're growing a giant plant in a small pot, right? So it's more about how would you answer that question if someone said that to you?
Yeah, so I originally designed it with our chief operations officer to be 1 bag per plant. So for our indoor grow models where we have a limited plant population, I mean, I live in Michigan where I have 12, unless I'm engaging the medical program. And what's your population number here?
5.
5?
Yeah, and then you have to have a medical card. So, but yeah, you have to have permission from the state to. Do you have to have permission from the state too? Pay them some money so you can grow your medicine?
For the medical program in Michigan, yes. If I'm just engaging the recreational model, then I can grow 12 plants.
Oh, nice. So
We
then
don't have a recreational model yet.
no, I really like that because then there's a lot of low income people. I mean, you're charging someone $250 that's riding the bus to grow their own medicine. I just find that weird. You know what I mean? To have a license to do it when they know if they need it or not. They're adults,
Yeah, each of the states, set their own laws.
Yeah.
And I mean, even on the commercial side, whether I'm in Michigan or whether I'm working with Kinfolk Farms down in the South, down in Mississippi, they've engaged and embraced the living soil model.
Nice.
Along with other commercial entities. But that was the one that gave me the permission to actually name drop them. So,
Nice. That's nice. They're growing all organic down there in Mississippi.
So yeah, Kinfolk Farms.
Interesting.
So.
I like that. There's not a lot of commercial facilities doing that. It's not necessarily always the easiest production wise for some of these facilities to have that control that they want with a water only soil.
I've found that I actually have better control. So,
And tell me about that.
Yeah, so with biology, then I can gain better osmotic regulation in the rhizosphere with our biological products, and this applies to hydroponics as well. So, and once you throw off that osmotic regulation and you have an excess of salts, then you have cellular structure or cellular damage. You have ion toxicity.
Yes.
You have a lot of different problems. So, and that's another part of our liquid activator, our liquid supercharger, is you have some of the compatible solutes in there. So you can actually push some of the higher numbers and deal with that elevating EC values when it comes to the hydroponic model.
Nice. Very nice. And I like that you're working with biology. Like to me, it's like that's what it's about. Like you're working with, you have a teammate in this with you, and that's the microbiology in the soil. But you have to have the balance correct, right? That's our key word of the day: balance.
Correct. So, and that's why Liquid Life is that balance of about 2,000 species of beneficial bacteria, and then 2,000 species of beneficial fungi.
It's going to give us that balance that we're looking for.
And then, correct me if I'm wrong, those beneficial bacteria will also help finish things up in the soil and keep things from building up, right?
Yeah, so you've got calcium solubilizers, phosphorus solubilizers, and then you've got microbes that consume gram-positive bacteria that actually consumes white molds and mildews. And I run a foliar application on whether it's from my greenhouse on tomatoes, cucumbers, lettuce, cannabis, it really doesn't matter. I run a weekly foliar and soil application. And so I'm engaging competitive exclusion on the phyllosphere, the aerial parts of the plant. And that gives me the capacity where if a pathogen tries to put a tap into the tissue, then I've already got a microbe sitting on the leaf surface to potentially consume that pathogen.
Yeah, we have a video kind of showing these guys at work, right?
Yeah, do we want to check this video out real quick?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to start it here, and you can just kind of tell us maybe what we're looking at here.
Yeah, so what you're looking at is the actual root structure. So, and then the grayer part outside that root structure is a beautiful mucinogenous sheath of different biological species. And then you can see the microbes actually running up and down the root system and exchanging nutrients. So they're not just delivering nutrients, but they are exchanging nutrients. So let's say you have where you're moving into a toxicity. The plant can signal the microbes to actually start pulling some of that nutrient out and depositing it back into the soil profile.
Right. So that's what I'm talking about when I say you have a partner. They're working as a team. Like they're your first the line of defense, right? When you have the balance of good microbes and they're working for you.
That is 100% correct. So you've got literally billions and billions of teammates in every teaspoon of soil.
Yeah.
This
So,
this
and they're the
video
ones-
is just amazing. Like if you look at the detail of what's going on here, I don't know what type of scope they're using or what it is, but
This is a high-powered electron microscope.
okay.
And that's how we're actually
Just to see the life and the activity is just amazing.
Oh yeah, it's really fun to watch like soil science, just to see the life going on inside there. It's awesome.
Yeah. So this is what is happening in the organic model.
Okay, and so tell me, as a grower, I'm coming in and I want to use Purple Cow. Like, how do I get started? Tell me what I need to do. I need to start with maybe some seed starting soil and then move on to Indicanja. And how would I implement this Superchargo and the Liquid Life and the Bioactive into my regimen?
So I use these products. We have different bioactive supercharger that's in a soluble format, and it's a completely different component makeup. So this is 40% humic acid, 1.25% calcium with a 3.7 nutrient charge on it. So in this product I bring into mid-ladder flowering, and that's more of the pro model of what developed with these products after the water-only model of Indicanja. Water only is going to take you to, from start to finish. But if you want to engage the pro model and actually push for a higher terpene profile, push for a higher compound profile, then it's engaging some minor use of biology and biostimulants to really push that soil to a higher performance level.
I love that somebody can take the Indicanja water only and get a good product with it. But if they want to pump it up, if they want to level up a little bit, all they have to do is add the supercharger, and that's going to take them to the next level when it comes down to it. Mid to late flower, you said, start adding that.
Correct. For the soluble supercharger, yes.
Yeah.
And that's for the potassium component.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, it's like your PK boost, yeah.
So, and then with the biology and the phosphorus solubilizers that are in the Liquid Life product, then you're actually solubilizing more phosphorus within Indicanja, and that builds that load as you're in mid to ladder flowering, and then that's what's going to give you that hardener on the phosphorus side. Mm-hmm. So,
Okay.
Nice. So that's going to help during flowering.
correct.
Well, that's great.
So,
Cool.
And then you've got on the vegetative side,
Yeah.
as well as the flowering side, you've got your nitrogen fixers in there. Mm-hmm. So, and that's where you're going to
In
be
the supercharger too, or in the Liquid Life?
in the Liquid Life.
Yes.
Yeah, this Liquid Life is the product that carries the microbes, the actual microbiological species, and the bioactive liquid supercharger is the activator component to actually wake those microbes up, so you get best efficacy before application.
And using them together.
Correct.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back. We're going to take a break, a smoke break here, and hear a word from our sponsors.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll be right back.
Excellent. Thank you.
Yo, this is Steve and Nichole with Level Up, and every morning we start our mornings off with Yellowbird Coffee House.
That's right. Yellowbird is our very favorite coffee, and it's local. It's located in downtown Springfield, Illinois, and they make every cup of coffee with love.
Yellowbird specializes in delicious gourmet blends that are going to take your taste bud to the next level.
They have amazing pastries with cinnamon rolls as big as your head.
So stop in and check out Yellowbird Coffee House in downtown Springfield, Illinois.
Get up off the couch and do Yellowbird Coffee House. Cinnamon rolls and big as your head. Throw it up when she's out of bed. Head on down to Yellowbird Coffee House.
We're back.
We're back, and we're still talking to Purple Cow. We got Robert here.
And to break the ice at the beginning here, I want to ask a weird question. There's
Sure.
there's a cow as your mascot.
Absolutely.
Is there cow manure in there?
No, that's the funny thing about our product. So it actually comes from a marketing book by Seth Godin called The Purple Cow. And the premise of the book is separating yourself from other companies within the marketplace. So you develop premium products and let the customers tell their story, and then that sets you apart as a Purple Cow in a field of regular cows within the industry.
I love that.
And the owners of Purple Cow reached out to Seth Godin and asked if they could use the title, the Purple Cow, or Purple Cow for the name of the company. And he agreed to it, and that's how we became Purple
That's
Cows.
where they got their inspiration.
So there's
I love
meaning,
it.
Correct.
meaning behind it. I think anything that's going to be successful, there has to be some meaning behind it.
Yeah,
Heart,
it's always
passion,
nice
and
when you can have, a picture that stands out to people. People see the Purple Cow, they recognize that's you guys, and that's awesome. I like that.
And we have a lot of repeat offenders that just keep coming in, and we were almost out of Purple Cow. We actually ran out, and it showed up the next day, and the people were kind of upset. I was worried that they were going to break in
we
here,
have
and
some loyal Purple Cow customers. Absolutely, yeah.
yeah, they're getting great results. They're hitting 30%. So that's what a lot of people want. If they want to hit the best that plant can perform, they're hitting that 26. They're hitting the 22. They're hitting the 30.
It really comes down to the oil content of the plant. I mean, let's get down to the brass tacks of it, and that's where the organic model is going to give you the capacity to break that glass ceiling that you have with hydroponics. And I studied hydroponics, aquaponics, practiced them, and I've circled all the way back around to organics because of the performance and then the ease. So where I used to be able to, I used to be making recipes, a lot of different recipes for a lot of different cultivars. And I had to prove it out to my buddy one day who's big into hydroponics.
Yeah.
And so I brought in 16 different cultivars on 8 different tables. And so there was an equal number of plants, in each section. And then I told him, you're going to, since you're the one who's doubtful in this, I'm going to require your help to get this transplanted and done. And then you're going to come back at harvest time and you're going to see that every plant here is absolutely perfect. And it didn't matter. It mattered the cultivar. It's that biology leveled the playing field. And so he came back at harvest time, and then he ended up buying a pallet of indica.
Yeah.
So.
There is a magic that happens in the microbiology that you don't get in hydroponics.
And you can see it with a microscope, I guess. You can't see it with the bare eyes. You open that bag of soil and you're like, what is this? It's different. It's definitely different. It's got that organic compost smell to it when it shows up, which I know that's usually a good sign. The smells of actually freshness, not a dried out matter.
Yeah, and you get your hands in our activated compost, and you're going to get humic acid stains just immediately. So, which is a sign of a good compost.
Speaking of the activated compost, what makes your activated compost so special? You said it was the one reason that you found Purple Cow was activated compost. So tell me a little bit about what makes the activated compost from Purple Cow so special.
So it's not just the carbon load that comes from the plant-based compost, and that's where a little bit of the confliction comes, where people see the cow and think there's association to a cow manure product, but there's no association of cow manure product in anything that we create.
Yeah, it says manure free on the top of the bag.
Yep. So these are plant-based products where we can engage humification and build that humus load within our products, and for better cation exchange.
Yeah.
So.
Absolutely. I love that. Very good.
Yeah, other differentiating factors actually within our compost is we add a rock and sea mineral complex to it, and that's going to help you build your nutrient densities and your Brix values. And if you can get your Brix values, above 13 degrees, then you basically have an impenetrable plant against pest and disease.
So your Brix value is like your sugar value, right?
It's not just your sugar value, but it's your total dissolved mineral content or your fertility.
Okay.
It's a cross index with sugars.
Okay.
Within your plant.
Okay.
So, and by engaging a higher sugar content within your plants, then that's also going to expand your terpenoid profile. And when you're working with an outdoor environment, that's also going to give you degrees of protection against frost.
Yeah.
So more terps always means more weight, more oils, right? That's the way I look at it too. More production, more uptake. And I feel like a lot of our customers and people at home, they may not be using everything up that's in their soil or getting full advantages because they don't have this life active at home. So I just wanted to you go into. I know you said you use just organic plant matter only in your product to come up with these results. Can you maybe tell us just a little bit more of the process and what you guys do there to, maybe everything down to what you can?
Yeah, what makes Purple Cow unique from other organic companies?
What are you guys doing different? Because people are getting great results, and I know you guys are doing something different. I don't know what you can share, but...
It really comes down to the diversity of the microbiology within the products. And that's when I made all of my discoveries as a professional tomato grower, because I was running an aquaponic system simultaneously in a different house, which is a bacterial-driven system. And I ran the MJ model, as I call it, for the tomato house. So we started the seeds indoor under high-pressure sodium lights in February, and then the plants hit the house in April. So I was I set market price that year in June when we had actually hit market. But that's when I had made all the discoveries, because I was working with a material that the pH was completely off. I could have put and when I got the soil sample back, I could have put a big red stamp across it that says, "Do not move forward with the tomato project." And I told the owner of the farm that I've faced, worse hurdles in this, and we'll get through it. But that's really where one of the big differentiating factors is I made all these discoveries on that tomato crop, because it was absolutely flawless. But all the numbers were completely off according to paper. So, and by simply adjusting that incoming pH value, and then with microbiology, being able to deliver the nutrients and make those bioavailable to the plant at those elevated pH rates, that's how I made all the discoveries, or initial discoveries.
Really interesting.
And then I just went down the rabbit hole with Purple Cow from there.
Yeah, and then and now you're with Purple Cow.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Has your company won any awards for your products, or you have patents on your soils, or has anybody won any grow competitions, or people giving you some positive feedback? Because here we're getting great feedback. We were just wondering on a big scale, what type of results are you guys hearing and seeing?
So a couple months ago, someone reached out to me from Minnesota and said that we had apparently won a competition up there. I don't know if it was public, private,
nice.
And so if that winner of that competition sees this podcast, if you could please reach out to me, then I have a gift for you.
Yeah, that's awesome. We know how great Purple Cow is just because our customers ask for it, they look for it, and they like that it is something that is all organic, sourced properly, and it's something that they can get, that they know that's coming from. It's not coming from out of country or out of, like from a long distance away. It's coming from pretty local. Yeah.
You're close, at least.
That makes a difference to people.
So
correct. We're just outside of Madison, Wisconsin.
Yeah. So it's a Midwest thing, and people around here, we want people all over the country to use this, but people around here, like, they really live or die for it. That this is what they're all about. So that's kudos to you guys for that. That's
I think being low in heavy metals and stuff, there is a lot of customers that do their work, and they know what you said earlier. And there's a lot of people now, if they hear that, hopefully they're going to give you a shot, because low heavy metals is always ends in a better product. And I think better life and activity. Well,
yeah, and I consume these products, and as not just cannabis products, but you can grow a carcinogenic tomato.
Sure.
And to have that balance, to be able to expand that terpenoid profile, to expand that flavonoid profile in those fruits and vegetables, and to have higher nutrient densities, and to increase your human health. That's one of the premises behind Purple Cow is, it's a better nutrient uptake is going to lead to higher nutrient densities, and then we get the benefit from that.
That's right. So. And when it comes down to it, as consumers, that's what we're looking for, right? We want high quality, and that's what Purple Cow is. It's high quality.
And that's the thing where consumers actually have the capacity to drive the demand. So, and you can demand higher quality foods.
We sure can. Yeah. We need to start doing better, don't we, as a whole, as a group. Team up like the microbes do. We all need to team up.
And get healthy, plants and us.
Yes.
Well, don't mean to put you on the spot, but I have a feeling that you might want to give something away to somebody at home.
We like to give things away.
Do you have anything you want us to give away to anyone at home? You want us to get a bundle away
viewers.
of something that we can ship, some shirt and a hat?
So who you're going to give it to, I'll leave that up to you. But
Yeah.
I have a lot of wonderful.
Well,
gifts
here's
for
what
you.
we'll do.
If you want to let us know what your favorite Purple Cow product is, just tell us, what is it that you're using from Purple Cow in your garden, and how's it working for you?
Or
We
which
wanna
one of
hear
these
about it,
products here today that you heard about you would use at home?
that you're excited about. So, talk to us, communicate with us, give us a little shout out on what you think about Purple Cow,
So
and you'll be entered to win.
Yeah, and I think we're going to send you, we'll give you at least a hat, a shirt, and how about a little setup there for them where they get one of every flavor to work together? Or what do you got there in your hand there?
Yeah, so the biology bundle, this is a wonderful little package where we put together where you get the Liquid Life and then you get the Liquid Supercharger.
Perfect.
All in one
Which
little
they
package.
work together in
Yeah, let's give
tandem.
that away to somebody at home.
Yeah,
So,
let's do
and
that.
this is going to bring any soil to life. So it really doesn't matter what soil, potting soil you're using, or if you're working with an outdoor garden. Take a tablespoon of each of this, add it to a gallon of water, and that's going to treat up to 250 square feet.
And I see the Omni stamped on there, so that means something. It's been checked extra good, huh?
Gives you the directions right on the back too.
Oh yeah, you're going to see an Omri label on all of our products.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah.
Nice. And then I notice on your box, you guys also list the bacteria that are in there and the amounts, it looks like, right?
These are just a few that are in the product. Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
there's more than that and many more.
Yeah.
All right, awesome. Well, it was so nice to have you today, Robert. We really appreciate
Yeah,
you coming all this way and visiting with us. And
Yeah, we want to thank you
it's
for
really
coming on.
my
But is there
pleasure.
anybody you want to thank before we let you go here real quick?
I'd like to thank Kinfolk Farms is one that
that down in Mississippi.
So there's one that I want to thank. I want to thank Steve and Nichole for having me.
Thank you.
And thank you for carrying our
It's
products.
lovely to have you. We love Purple Cow. So
Well, me and Nichole just appreciate Purple Cow and how they just touch our customers and they keep in contact. And you guys are putting off a great product. We're seeing great results. No one's coming in upset. Everyone's coming in and want to know
want
where the
more.
Purple
They just
Cow's
want
at.
more. Yep.
Oh, that's phenomenal.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
Well, thanks for tuning in with us today. And we'll catch you next episode, everyone. Have a great night.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Thanks,
See you
Robert.
next
very
time.
much.
Peace.
Purple Cow Organics, what your plant needs most. Liquid biologics to the best compost. Use her in the ganja, then go your best ganja. Purple Cow's what your plant needs most.
Woo!
Thanks,
I
Robert.
Like it.
Thank you very much. I greatly appreciate you having me.
Great information. We're going to have you back soon.
That was nice.
Hi, it's Nichole with Level Up, and I'm bringing life to Springfield, Illinois with Purple Cow Organics. Purple Cow has worked hard collaborating with accomplished cannabis and tomato growers to provide high-quality products with no heavy metals that are safe and biologically robust. Let's talk about a few of their products today. One of our favorite products is the Purple Cow Indicanja. This is an all-organic, water-only super soil. It contains essential nutrients and organic matter, providing everything you need from seed to harvest. Indicanja also uses our high-quality Purple Cow activated compost as a base for a cleaner, healthier crop that you can be proud of. Speaking of the activated compost, Purple Cow's activated compost is an OMRI-listed plant-based compost. This compost has gone through a secondary activation phase. In this stage, ingredients are added at a specific time, resulting in a unique effect where microbial life flourishes. Nutrients are metabolized by microbes in the compost, making them more readily available to your plants. Purple Cow Crafters Mix is a premium growing blend designed for experienced growers who prefer to handcraft their own growing media. This natural and organic blend includes starter fertility and allows you to amend with your own selected inputs. Bioactive Supercharger does exactly what it says. It supercharges your plants. It contains humic acid and kelp meal and has a 307 MPK rating. This is water soluble, allowing for an easy to use way to feed your plants. And when your plants are healthier, you are healthier. Bioactive Liquid Life delivers diverse beneficial microbes that stimulate growth, improve plant vigor, and nutrient uptake. Liquid Life is a biostimulant that accelerates microbial activity in the rhizosphere. Using it on its own, you just use 1 to 2 tablespoons per gallon mixed with your water. Using Liquid Life and Supercharger combined adds more diversity to your soil biology. You can find all of these products in store at our East Peoria or Springfield locations. And always remember, money doesn't grow on trees. That is a lie. Level up. Seed and Garden Supply.
No matter who it becomes, I need just a little reefer. You see, smoking Swedish cheaper. A jazz cabbage in my lettuce patch. Sweet for monta.